Building a time wealth business is not about getting rich. It's about creating a balance of time and money so you can get back to doing the things you love most, whether it be spending more time with your family, traveling, learning new skills, or whatever you want. So the real question is, how exactly do you go about creating a time wealth business? Well, that's what this channel is all about, and each episode will give you another piece of the puzzle. And as a thank you for tuning in, I've put together a special presentation entitled The 8 Steps to Build Your Time Wealth Business. You can get it for free at www.timewealthsecrets.com/8-steps-free. See you in there. Hi guys, Sam Fury here, and welcome back to another episode of Time Wealth Secrets. Today is my last day here in Rio. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, my friend, my work colleague, left, and we didn't get everything we wanted done. In fact, we're pretty far off it. It was for a few reasons. The first was we were waiting for the new platform to be ready, and it wasn't ready in time. It wasn't ready when they said it. We planned the meeting around it, and it came out later than expected. The second reason was that when it did come out, I hired someone to do a lot of the work, and they ripped me off. And we wasted 3 weeks waiting for them, and nothing got delivered. So that wasted a good half of our time. And the third one was, and this was probably the biggest reason why, and totally our fault, is we didn't plan it. We didn't plan what we're going to do. So the next time we do it, we're going to plan it out better, which is going to happen in February or March, I think. And hopefully by then, Time Wealth Secrets will be the course will be nearly finished, or if not, that'll be the goal for that one. Of course, working with Caro is on a different project that she's with SF Nonfiction Books. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Things will get done. So this afternoon I'll leave. In about 4 hours I have to vacate the house. My plane doesn't leave for another 6 hours after that. And then I've got 40 hours of travel ahead of me. Fun. Downloaded lots of podcasts. And they'll have movies on the plane. I like getting on the planes because it forces me to, I guess I could just sit there and work on the plane, but I don't want to. I used to do that a lot when I first started out doing internet marketing. Every plane trip I'd be on the plane working, doing stuff. Of course, I was running a travel blog, and that was it was useless. It's a lot of work for not very much reward. Lots of travel bloggers will contest that. I guess I just wasn't very good at travel blogging, which is fair enough. But these days, yeah. So when I get on the plane, I like to watch the movies. Sometimes I listen to podcasts and stuff. Just for a change, listen to music, whatever. Anyway, today's episode is about how to teach a course. Now this, so in a couple of episodes ago, we talked about how to build the course, right? You gotta find what you want to do, and then plan it all out, and then put it all out in steps, and then create all the workflows or whatever. So this is how to teach them. So it assumes you've already mapped it out. And essentially a course is just a bunch of workflows, right? It's a big workflow for how you achieve something, and then it's broken into a lot of little workflows. You've heard me talk about workflows before. You might have heard lots of other people talking about them as well. Some people call them frameworks. Some, if you think about it as a book, it'd be like a chapter in a book is each chapter is a workflow, or even each paragraph in each chapter is a workflow, right? Most of my books, if you read any of my books about martial arts and stuff, they're all just basically workflows. Like Escape and Evasion, for example, is the whole book is just a whole bunch of different workflows about how to do stuff, right? So you got your workflows. How do you go about teaching them? Now, this is something that I've learned from Russell Brunson, as you may have known. I learned a lot of my stuff from Russell Brunson. I just follow him. He's one of the few entrepreneurs that I follow. He taught, so I'm not actually very good at this. So the first step, especially, I'm not great at, and that is to tell a backstory about how you learned or earned it. Right now, I just said, I taught a bit of the backstory, and I learned this off Russell Brunson. Yeah, all right. So that was my backstory. But usually, your backstory would be much, much, much more in depth. And you don't have to have a backstory for each single workflow, right? And it doesn't even have to be your backstory. It can be someone like an attached story from like how they do it or whatever, right? I've definitely got to work on doing that. If you listen to like the Russell Brunson's podcast, Marketing Secret, you'll see every time he says something, right, he does it. Tony Robbins does the same thing. They'll always have a little story at the start, and I do it too, right, to a much lesser extent. But I want to try to start doing it more, which means that these podcasts might get a bit longer actually. Anyway, so you tell the backstory. So how you came across it, how you learned what you're doing, or how you developed it, right? Then the next thing you got to do is give an overview of the steps. Sorry, I just got to write a note there. Give an overview of the steps. All right, so that's like if you've got a chapter in a book and you've got like a bunch of steps. Hang on. Yeah, you could do that. It's a bad way to explain it. Sorry. So let's say it's a how-to, like you got a how-to something, all right, and it's the overall summary, the overall view, the overall steps. Like, for example, when I say go to the 8 steps build your time wealth business, that is an overview of the steps, right? It's like when you look at the presentation, I don't go into super detail. It is enough that you could follow it and do it, but it's just like an overview, right? And then the last thing, so you do that, you give an overview of the steps, and then the last thing is you teach step by step. So this is like your actual workflow. Like first you open the browser, then you click on this, and then you create this image. All right, let's say that you're teaching how to make an e-cover image, right? The backstory might be, so I was messing around one day and I needed an e-cover image for a certain book, and I tried to, usually I hire this guy, but he was unavailable and I needed it in a rush. So I researched a bunch of stuff, and this is how I came across how to make the perfect e-cover, right? So that's my backstory. It's not a very good one, but whatever, it's just for demonstration purposes. Then you give an overview of the steps. So to make my e-cover, first I'm going to talk about the software you use to do it, and then how to find the pictures, and then make the color scheme, and then add the title, and then how to download it, right? And then the step by step is, all right, so let's go. So the first part was how to find the software to do it. So we're going to use Canva. So just go to www.canva.com, sign up. This is how you sign up. Blah 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 blah. Second step. All right, now you need to find an e-cover template. This is how you do it. Go into the search bar and blah, blah, blah. Do this. All right, and you go into deep detail on every step, exactly how to do it. You can, and you can use any training tools that you might have or whatever, and that's the step by step. So that's it, guys. That is how you should go about teaching your course. So you got the frameworks. You got they could be called lesson chapters, call them workflows, whatever you want to call them. That's how you go about teaching course. All right. That is it for today. See you in a couple I think the next time I'll speak to you, I will be in Melbourne. So there you go. Speak to you from Melbourne. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Time Wealth Secrets. I hope you found some value in this episode. If you did, please like and share it so more people can discover it and learn how to build their own time wealth business. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can be notified as soon as the latest episodes are released. Finally, remember to claim your free presentation entitled The 8 Steps to Build Your Time Wealth Business. You can get it for free at www.timewealthsecrets.com/8-steps